As we take a look at some of the severe weather ingredients, slim as we call it, shear, lift, instability and moisture, all in the medium to high category here as we even get into midweek where our severe weather threat continues then. So taking a look at places like Minneapolis, by Wednesday you could see some spotty to severe thunderstorms as well. Temperatures are going to be remaining here on the warm side and a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, one of those ingredients. Here's our warm front on Wednesday. That is going to be lifting up to the north. Our flow here from the Gulf of Mexico, as Mark was mentioning, we still have that low level jet in place. That's going to add some of the turning there with height, particularly later on in the day. A couple of upper level disturbances to add to the mix as well. So we'll see all of this area in red here under the gun for severe weather on Wednesday. Damaging winds, hail, the primary threats here from Milwaukee to Minneapolis, Des Moines, Chicago, all the way back into Cleveland for that matter. So a big chunk of the Midwest here for you. When we look at our Torcon here, about a 3 for central Michigan and the UP on Wednesday. Mind you, the same here in eastern Minnesota and Wisconsin. As we take a look at Thursday, our storm system continues to push off to the east, bringing the scattered storms now certainly into places like Ohio, portions of western Pennsylvania, West Virginia down to Virginia, Kentucky, all in line here. And where we think the stronger storms may be will be in this red area from Buffalo to Pittsburgh, back into Louisville and up into Detroit. So we do have a week here of severe weather potentially marked to contend with. Totals for you in Florida, which you're still in a drought. So yes, I know, but I know for the poor people trying to get out to the beaches there in Florida, it has not been a good stretch for you. So here we have our enhanced satellite here. We see a couple of storms firing up right along the Gulf Coast here along the Florida Panhandle. But right now, this is our setup. Okay, so we have our high pressure off here to the east here. We've got this deep tropical moisture coming up around that. So basically kind of like a funnel coming up here off the Gulf of Mexico. And we're going to keep seeing this tropical air funneling in. With that, the potential for showers and thunderstorms throughout the week here. This tropical moisture spreading off to the north. Eventually, it's actually going to get up into the Tennessee, Ohio valleys as well by the time we get into midweek. But for now, here along the Florida Panhandle from Pensacola back to Tallahassee, Panama City, getting some of the moisture working its way in already here, taking you as we look through future radar throughout the day today. This is 6:30 in the evening. Still seeing a few blips of green here showing up as we get into southern Alabama, even as far north as Birmingham, maybe the Atlanta suburbs. But then certainly by the time we get back into Florida from Jacksonville back down in toward Tampa, looking at some more rain coming your way. Taking a look at Tuesday, kind of more the same thing. You're going to start to see these storms just kind of bubble up here. Again, that deep, humid, tropical stuff that we're working with here. So from Tallahassee back over to Jacksonville once again Tuesday. Even Wednesday, still looking at more rain to come. So just how much rain over the next 5 days? In general, we've got a couple of inches here again across Florida. We could see some higher pockets where you see the yellow here. 2 to 3 inches in general back as we get along the Gulf Coast here states, and maybe a couple of inches for the southern states and here in the southeast. If we take a closer look here at Jacksonville, down to Gainesville, Florida, right along I-75, Lake City, you could certainly be picking up some more higher totals of rain as we get throughout the week, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches even. And really, again, this is kind of the good with the bad here. We are still in the drought. Just take a look. So here we have some of those departures from average. Orlando, certainly the rain this year, you're still down about a few inches. Something just happened. We'll get it back up. Here we go. Anyway, you can see these big cities here, all of you here in Florida, still down as far as the rain is concerned. So, Mark, the gremlins in the studio, they already knew that. That's why they were like, just let her talk.